Payman, good morning.
Good morning.
I was wondering if you could introduce yourself for our audience.
Sure. My name is Payman Moston. I started the company approximately 24 years ago, and we are an educational mail order company. And we reach our target audience using our catalog and our website.
Okay, fantastic. And in terms of the kind of selling you're doing, is that B2C, B2B, a whole mix of that, or is it purely B2B?
It's primarily B2B, i.e. schools, nurseries, childminders, and yes, and we get international schools, or we get parents coming at a certain time of the year. So, but primarily, yes.
Fantastic. So you were saying you've been going 24 years, so you started back in 1992. I was wondering if you could paint a picture in terms of how you've grown from that point. Did you start off with just a simple catalogue, or?
Started primarily with a single sheet of paper where I put a whole group of products together that's suitable for nurseries and so on. And then when we approached schools, nurseries, they asked us, what else do you sell? What else do you have? And it gradually grew from art and craft to, literacy, numeracy, science. And so we have 13, 14 sections within our catalogue.
Okay.
And it's just grown and grown. Now the catalogue is 760 pages with about 6,000 products.
6,000?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And is that 6,000 parents and you've got variations underneath, or?
It's primarily that. There are more on our website.
Yeah.
Some of the products are drop ship, but for majority of our products we carry the bulk in our warehouse, where we have a whole system of reorderings and minimum safe levels and everything else. And obviously that's where Khaos come in, because prior to that we had to do it all manually.
Fantastic. Well, segueing neatly, thank you for taking me in the right direction.
Yeah.
Where did Khaos come in for you guys? What were you doing before?
Well, when we first looked at the whole concept of having a new software, the cost was rather scary for a smaller company like us. That was about 7 years ago, and we were using a software which was DOS based, so it did the job. But then, like anything, once you do it, you realize, I wish we had done this 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We decided to go ahead with Khaos because of the facilities they offered, the things it could do for us. And even though it seemed like a lot of money at the time, I can tell you, and I'm not just saying for the purpose of the video, we got our costs back within 2 years. And that was the best thing we ever did, and I mean that truly. So much so that we are a lot more, greedier for more information. We want to use every inch of Khaos. We want to use every bit it does. And I know there are lots of features in there that we don't use. And the challenge is, what I tell everyone is, if you have a problem, first call Khaos and just say, how can I fix this?
Yeah.
Then set about doing it yourself. I can name some companies which are quite frustrating dealing with, but no, we've never had. And certain guys within your place, absolute gems.
That's great to hear. Thank you very much. In terms of implementing Khaos Control, how did you find that process? I know it's some time ago now, but...
It went very smoothly. We had the training for a week. Various people came in and had different training on marketing and elements of it and purchasing and so on.
Yeah.
But I have no complaint. It was fairly smooth.
Dealing with schools, from my perspective, having worked with a number of our customers, I know they present certain challenges. How do you get around those?
Well, when we first went live with Khaos, one of the features that we wanted to implement straight away was obtaining customers' emails. Because the whole point about going live with Khaos was to use automation, accuracy and automation. And one of the first thing we didn't have to do filing, we didn't have to deal with back orders, and we didn't have to send paper statements. These were done within the first, 2 weeks. Within the first month, we made saving on this sort of thing straight away. And in terms of looking after customer account, all our schools, in fact 90% of them, they operate on a credit facility. So you can imagine we have quite a number of accounts where we send statements through and people pay by backs, checks and so on.
I'm assuming with the accounts you're running for those schools that credit control is quite important.
Credit control is tremendous because if we don't, schools traditionally takes 2 months to pay, sometimes longer. And and they're all very finicky. They can, they won't pay if there is something odd about it. And if you don't have a good credit control, you find out there is something outstanding for 6 months and they've been waiting for a pencil and they're holding back a £2,000 order. So it is absolutely paramount that you maintain communication with schools. You produce a list, you look at how many months old a particular invoice is, you call, you read the CRM. CRM, tremendous. We use it for comments and complaints. We use it to its nth degree, and I feel as though there is more we could get out of it that we're not familiar with. So we use the CRM for that sort of thing. Customer services make notes, credit control reads the CRM notes, and therefore they don't make unnecessary calls. Credit control is very important.
Fantastic. And it sounds like on the back of the credit control process, the CRM functionality in the system really brings everything together.
Absolutely.
So that customer experience is
we
joined up.
We have a central location where the notes are made and is shared by all. Before it used to be a scrap of paper attached to the monitor or something like that, and we've done away with this. We're all about automation.
Thank you very much for your time, Payne. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay.